cards into Branchwalker, so I guess it's okay to keep. Not ideal. Reaper with no black source. Gotta put it on the bottom. Turn one, pretty easy. Swing a war. First to go. Turn one, pretty easy. Swing a war. Just play the Branchwalker in case we get a black source. We'd rather play instead of Field of Ruin. Oh. I hate to do that, but we can get it back. So now we really need to hit a land drop. Dude's name is Action Bastard. Thought Erasure, he takes Vraska, or he may take Assassin's Trophy. Alright, nothing to play. Play you tap, swing in 4. His card advantage is probably going to win him this game. Believe your seed. Imagining another thought erasure. Cool. Alright, so now we play the Reaper, so if he kills anything. This makes it so he has to Contempt instead of just kill. So unless the Essence scatters this, then that'll help. Ritual of 6. Draw just 3 cards. Oriole of Folly is a pretty decent pull. He's Grixis. Okay. Assassin's Trophy that I don't want him getting massive card advantage. He helped us out a lot actually with that Ritual Slut. And Midnight Reaper ended up being a really good pull. Let's see if he got Doesn't seem like he does. So we're probably going to see a removal spell used on him this time, maybe a Chupy. That's what I figured. So we'll Surveil. We've got enough land. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that we hit a good draw next turn. That's fine. No reason to Contempt that when we've got our own Chupacabra to take care of it. No reason to play that untapped. That's what Golgari does well. It plays value creatures. Like, that's why Tocatli Honor Guard is such a nasty card against Golgari. Because almost all of our creatures have enter the battlefield effects. And there's Nicol Bolas. Okay. Shit. we discard the Doom Whisper. We've got Memorial to Folly. We can bring stuff back. I don't want that flipping. Oh, he's got Disdainful Stroke. Good on you. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If he plays a land, then he flips it. He did not play a land. Cool. Now does this get countered? Do I have enough to straight up cast? I don't. So we're just hoping he doesn't hit a land drop to flip that, because that would suck for us. Because then he pulls our Carnage Tyrant out of the graveyard. If he flips this one, we just have to concede. That sucks. Yeah, the card advantage in the beginning was just too hard to overcome. So now we're discarding the Vraska. And we'll need to draw into an Assassin's Trophy. That's literally the only thing that can save us from this. And we don't hit it, so good game. Alright, so we know we're against control now. So I think we're okay with taking out the elves. Putting in the Bloodfast, the 4 Duresses. Also think we can get away with taking out the walkers, although that makes us a little bit creature light. No, I want to keep the walkers in. He's not playing a whole lot of creatures, so Chupacabra is not as valuable. What else do I want? I'd like to have my own Eldest Reborns. What can I take out for them? Carnage Tyrant definitely stays in. I think Big Vraska needs to stay in because she revolves. She's really important. Vivien's pretty important. I really don't want to cut the creature count too low. Okay, Detection Tower can come out, even though that kind of hurts, but that means that we absolutely cannot cut any Explore creatures. Nope, not to find Finality. We wanted the Eldest Reborn. Need the Assassin's Trophies. You know what, I think we just run with one Eldest Reborn. Man, this is not too good. We have to keep, though. 2 Explore creatures, we've got all of our mana. He's very unlikely to play anything really early anyway. I'll keep you on top because he's going to Thought Erase, or he's going to Ritual of Sodus at some point, so we'll need to be able to get the cards back. Alright, can't counter this turn, so that means we throw out the Jadelight. Well, we were going to throw out the Jadelight regardless, and if he had the counter, he had it. I'll keep you on top because we can double cast next turn. Alright, he's thinking about Moment of Craving this now, I would imagine. Oh no, Thought Eraser, okay. Probably takes the Findbroker, I would imagine, because that sets him up for a good Ritual of Soot. And it keeps us, you know, I mean, we're playing into the Ritual, but I think we've just got to blow him out this game. So if he has the ritual, then that's game. Yeah, we can afford to keep. If he doesn't have the ritual, he's dead on board next turn. If he does have the ritual, then his card advantage. Okay, he doesn't have the ritual. Or, well, he may have the ritual, but he doesn't have the mana to cast it, so... So he's probably going to Moment of Craving, or cast down okay. Puts you at, let's see, 2, 5, 8. Ritual still hurts really bad. He could Vraska us to go back up to 4. That would still be lethal, so he needs a Ritual Soot or... Yeah, the Ritual Soot's pretty much the only thing that saves him here, I believe. That doesn't save you, my man. You make me discard Vraska, then I swing in with 3 attackers, and you've only got 1 blocker. No reason to get fancy, let's just attack. Alright, so we're on the draw, so Llanowars definitely don't stay in. Or don't come back in, rather. I'm still so unbelievably unsure about Llanowar Elves. I see them in almost every list, but I don't know if they're generating enough value. Yeah, I'm okay with this. We got an Explore creature to help us hit our land drops. Oh, we hit another land, excellent. So, now we play this tapped, so we can't do anything on turn 1 anyway. Did he pay for that? No. Okay. Just... Alright, Thought Erasures. I would assume he's going to take our Wildgrowth Walker here. But if he has to search for his Kanta or something like that in his hand, he may take the Assassin's Trophy. But the Walker is what I would take if I was in his position. That's the thing. Playing against Dimir, they always have turn 2 Thought Erasure. Even when they don't, they do. So you've got to evaluate your opening hands, thinking about the turn 2 Thought Erasure. Okay, Duress is helpful, but I'd rather get an attacker on the board. Don't believe we need a second copy of you. Now we're on a tough decision. I think we Duress first. Take Eldest. Probably plays Nicole Bolas. No, he plays Disformation Campaign. Okay, so we'll resolve this. We will chuck... well, we want to keep the Chupacabra. We really kind of want to keep the Fine Finality. We would definitely want to keep the Jadelight. I think we have to chuck the Fine Finality, though. Well, there goes a lot of our recursion. Alright, cool. So we will pay. No, we'll let this come in tapped. There's no reason to pay. Cast a Jadelight. Now if he... Yeah, we'll keep you on top. So he'll probably Chupacabra this. Nice plain Ritual. Okay. That takes up your entire turn. We're going to play the Chupacabra naked. We'll probably Chupa my Chupa. Card advantage, man, is such a big deal in Magic the Gathering. Like, this is a 2-for-1. So you play it, you draw a card, they discard a card. Actually, you could even consider it a 3-for-1 because it sticks around. And it just generates more value the more Surveil you have. Alright, so we check the trophy here. Let's see what else you've got. Wow, nothing that I can take with it, but it gives me information. So now when Nicole Bolas, I lose my Chupacabra. Now we're in trouble. We're just going to go ahead and call this game. The hand destruction is really, really strong with Dimir. But as you saw in game 2, sometimes you just run over them. Like, literally, if they don't draw a Ritual of Soot, then it's almost an auto-lose for them against Golgari. He just happened to draw it twice in 3 games. And draw it early enough to where it mattered, so... Because if we would have had our creatures on the board, he would have Chupa'd, I would have Chupa'd. I would have had the second Chupa for his stuff. Yeah, the hand destruction won him the game. That's Magic. It's sometimes Dimir control feels so easy, and sometimes it feels impossible. Alright, 2 land, Walker. We've got, that'll give us, let's see, 4 draws to draw into another land. I think we can keep this. Alright, is this blue tempo? Don't know. Opt, so it could still be blue tempo, or it could be Is It Drake's. He liked his card. We'll find out what it is this turn. Is it Drake's? Okay. Damn, do we play the Llanowar? I think we play the Llanowar. Because if we don't, that just delays us too much. Would have really liked to have seen that be a land draw. That would have changed our line of place significantly. Okay, so now if we hit a land draw, we can Wildgrowth Walker and Jadelight Ranger this next turn. Which helps, we can always recur the Findbroker into Findbroker for more recursion. Okay, we hit the land draw. We will... Shit, I wish I'd have waited until I did that after combat. I'm assuming this gets countered. So he doesn't know what I have in hand. While he let it stick. So this gets countered then. That's so dangerous. Oh, wow, he let that stick. So now he... I wanted that to get the pluses, but I don't want the Llanowar. Okay, so now we're playing around Settle the Wreckage. And this is Jeskai Control with Revitalize, so we've got the fairies. Okay, so we can attack with everything now, since he tapped out. There is an argument to try to play the Doom Whisperer this turn, but with the mana open, I don't want to risk it. So he's taking a ton of damage this turn. Now he may... No, he's not going to seal away because then he doesn't have enough mana for Settle, but he may Cleansing Nova. Okay. Kind of played into that a little bit, but that's okay. We'll find Finality is a great pull. We just get out the Doom Whisperer and now force him to have a response to it. This is a 2-turn clock, so he's got to answer it. If he taps out to play Teferi, we can Vraska's Contempt. If that doesn't work, then we swing it with the Doom Whisperer. Okay, cool. So does he plus or does he minus? He minuses, okay. So the question becomes, we can get rid of Teferi right now. I wish I had another mana. I think we have to get rid of Teferi right now while it's open. We don't want him gaining massive card advantage. He's ahead in cards. We'll be ahead on the board if we can get anything to stick. Vraska, I know, is not gonna. She's not gonna. Let's Findbroker. If it resolves, we're honestly gonna pick up a Llanowar, but I didn't think it would resolve. This matchup is exactly why my next Mythic Wild card. Alright, so he'll have enough mana open for an Essence Scatter or a Negate. Which do we choose? I think we're not a very spell-heavy deck. This gets past Syncopate. So the reason I went with that is, one, we're not a spell-heavy deck, so the fact that he would have a Negate, and I don't think this deck runs Negate mainboard since he's running the Revitalize. And he had 2 mana open, so he had to have either, like, the Negate was the only thing that stopped it. Okay. So, do we go Chupa or Vraska? What do we think he's more likely to have as a counter? Because he's only got 2. Vraska, we can get Syncopated. Chupa, we can't, so I think we go with the Chupa. And if he's got the Essence Scatter, then he's got the Essence Scatter. He's got the Essence Scatter, okay. He's tapped out. I think we're okay to find. Let's get back a Findbroker and a Chupacabra. Six mana, so we can't play 2 spells regardless. So let's try Chupacabra again. Essence Scattered again. Alright, so that's all of his Essence Scatters. That deck only runs 2, so he's got to have actual counters now. And let's see. We're taking a beating from this Drake. We've got to find an answer for it. Search. Feels pretty bad. Question is, do we risk the Vraska? Pretty sure no matter what I do gets countered here, so let's throw this out, force him to counter it. Yep. Search flips, we're in a lot of trouble. There's a Ral, so we're in a super amount of trouble. He's still got 4 mana up. I think our best option here, I don't think, is this 4 mana. But do I like that better? If he's got the counter, he wins. So I guess it doesn't matter. He could search for his Syncopate. No, that's 3. Yeah, so that resolves. Okay, cool. Assuming Ral's going to -3 to kill this. If he's going to look at the top 2 cards, so he's got another way to deal with this. Or he just doesn't care if Ral dies. So if I oh, he's playing Deafening Clarion. This may not be the list I'm thinking of. Okay, he's got a Sabotage. Go smack Ral. Alright, so we've got 6, 7, 8 mana. Try to play the Findbroker. I assume this eats the Sabotage. No, it doesn't. Wow, amazing. May as well pull back the Vraska with it. This is just playing into a Cleansing Nova, which I'm fairly certain he has, but at this point, we've got to play to win. We can no longer play not to lose. He's searching for it. There was no point in doing Chemist's Insight there if he had what he wanted. So I think he's searching for it. Now, more than likely he does have Settle the Wreckage now, so we need to be very, very careful and play around that. Nope, he's just going to Explosionist for the win. Alright, good game. Game 1. Control's a very difficult matchup for me right now. I really need more Carnage Tyrants. Alright, so Eldest Reborn comes in, Bloodfast comes in, Duress comes in. Lanelmores go out, you just don't provide enough value. I want to keep my Explorer package. I think I could take out the Reapers. I should have enough other ways to generate card advantage. He's not going to play a whole lot of creatures, so Chupacabra makes sense. No, actually, well, it feels bad if they're sitting in your hand all game waiting, so we'll go down to 2. It gives us 6 removal spells, plus we've got Vraska and Vivien. We can take out the Detection Tower. Since we're still running the full 10 Explorer creatures, that will allow us to put in... Oh, we'll put back in the 3rd Chupacabra. No, that still feels bad. We'll just keep the Detection Tower in. 24 land, ensure, try to ensure we hit all of our land drops. So there's 2 arguments. If you get Duress in your opening hand, there's 2 arguments on how to use it. Argument number 1 is use it the moment you get it, so you get as much information about their hand as possible, which I tend to ascribe to. And argument 2 is save it until you've got a spell that you need to resolve, and then use Duress on that spell. Alright, so he went down to 6. Don't forget to play your land, which means that Duressing is probably the better play. Get us as much card advantage as we can. That's a shitty pool. Alright, so we know he's got 2 Drakes in hand. I'm not too worried about life total, to be honest with you. I'd rather get the threat on the board. Nothing to play, so we'll play you tapped. I'd like to save the Field of Ruin if at all possible for when he flips his Conta. We're not expecting it. We keep you because we'll need to Findbroker back our Chupacabra to take care of his 2nd Drake. Feels pretty bad, but we're not playing anything. I want the Chupacabra. I want to be able to pull it back into my hand with Findbroker, and I need it to kill one of its Drakes, but he's not going to play a Drake. Alright, so does he have Settle here? I don't think it matters if he does. If he wants to give us that much mana acceleration, I'm A-okay with that. Now, is he Chemist's Insight at the end of turn? He does. Okay, so he chucks an island, so he's happy with the land count he has. So he's going to drop another land, play a Drake, only leaves one up. Okay, he plays the Drake. So he's got to have a way to stop something. He doesn't, okay. So game 2 goes to us. We'll just run it back with that. I was pretty happy with that. It's so hard. One of the things that Magic does is the little decisions it puts you on that have very, very far-reaching effects. For example, if I tried to play around Settle the Wreckage and only attack with one creature, he would have had another turn. I would love to have mana for this hand, but I don't. Damn, that's tough. But it gives us a turn 2 play. Okay, that's good. So turn 2 Branchwalker, turn 2 Wildgrowth Walker, turn 3 Branchwalker. And that's good, because unless he has an Essence Scatter for this, then we can Duress to make sure the Branchwalker hits next turn. And he's got a Syncopate, okay. So let's see what else you've got. Do you want to give me the information? Because this has got to be a straight counter. Okay, that's fine. I would have taken the counter anyway. So Duress is basically 1 black mana, counter the spell. Because you either get to pull a counter spell against control. Yeah, I'm okay with that. You either get to pull a counter spell, they either cast it, or you select one. So now we hope we hit a land here, because we don't want to miss our land drops. Okay, cool. Now we still can't settle, which is good for us. So we're just going to swing in. Just pressure him as much as we can. We've got an Assassin's Trophy in case he tries to Teferi, or anything that we don't want to see, we can take care of. We didn't want to see that. Right, so now we need to draw some recursion cards. Or since he's only got 1 mana, perfect. Because you can't do nothing about this Vraska now. You can't do nothing. You can't do nothing about this Vraska. You can't do anything about this Vraska now. And that's the game. Cool. Yeah, a little bit of mana screw on his part. He missed 2 land drops, which really ended up hurting him. Alright, cool. Brings us up to 1450. We're going to keep going. Just a curiosity, where are we? We are, 1 away. Man, that's tempting. Yeah, you know what? We're going to get it. I believe Ixalan is what I need. Yeah, because I'd like to have another Carnage Tyrant. I wouldn't mind having another Deathgorge Scavenger. Both of those are Ixalan, so Ixalan packs it is. Gives us our rare wild card. Storm Tamer, Steadfast Armosaur. Wow. Can't see that actually seeing play. That's way too expensive for a mill deck. Alright. So, I believe we want a third copy of Contempt. Let's see, we've got all of our dual lands. Yeah, third copy of Contempt it is. That'll go on our sideboard. And we will take out... take out a Necrotic Wound. Probably take out the second Necrotic Wound for a Deathgorge Scavenger. And then another Sentinel Totem for another Deathgorge Scavenger when we get it. Okay. So now we need 2 Deathgorge Scavengers. And we still need... I'd like to have a second Vivien. And a third Carnage Tyrant. Alright. So here's the issue with Golgari. There are so many variations of it. We've got the Vraska Midrange, which includes the Relic Seeker and the Golgari Queen, as well as 2 Doom Whisperers. We've got just the mid-range with elves, which includes 1 Golgari, 1 Karn. I'm not sure Karn is needed if I'm running 4 Llanowars. I don't really see the point to this deck now that I'm thinking about it, because we would need to take out the Llanowars to make Karn feel good, because Karn's going to get you a lot of land. Do we want to do that? Yeah, let's do that. Alright, let's take out the Vraska, up the Karns, take out the Llanowars in this. Alright, so we've got 4 cards. I could probably go up to the full Explore package. Could probably bring in some Assassin trophies from sideboard. Since we've upped our creature count, it's at least 2 sideboard slots open. So we put the third Contempt in here. This with 1 more. Alright, so anti-control, anti-control, anti-token, is it? Whew. I think we just go all in on the Is it Drake, since that is a very difficult matchup. We have such little removal. We could sideboard in 2 Necrotic Wounds, 2 Sentinel Totems, 1 Deathgorge Scavenger, 1 extra Contempt. Alright, so this is no longer mid-range with elves. This is Karn. Mid-range Golgari. And let's put our buddy up in there. So let's actually see how the Karn Golgari works out. With that many Explore creatures, I may want... I'm trying to think, do I want Midnight Reapers in this? What's our creature count? What would I take out for him though? The Brontodons? What's my curve look like? We're light on A lot of 4s, so we're really light on 3s. We've got a lot of 2s, so I could afford to take out 2 2s. Should probably be a Seekers Squire and a Wildgrowth Walker. Move the Wildgrowth Walker to the sideboard, take out the Sentinel Totem. I think I like that. It gives us 14 2s, 8 3s, 9 4s. We got a lot of 4s. There are Chupacabras, Contempts, Findbrokers, and Karns. Just the 1/5, which is Vivien. And then 4 6s, which are the 2 Carnage and the 2 Vraskas. I'm not sure I'd want to run 3 colorless lands main deck. What's our mana? 1610, so we need more green than blue. And we don't currently have that, so we'll take out a swamp, out a forest. I don't want to go too low on the black sources. Am I okay with running even? We're not running Llanowars, so we don't need a super surplus of green. I think I'm okay with that. Alright, so now the question is, our weakest 2-drop by far is a Seekers Squire. And we are running a lot of 2-drops. We're still running 14. So the question is, do I want to pull in the 4th Branchwalker and take out a Seekers Squire? Is it better to run 3 and 3, or is it better to run 2 and 4? I'd really like to have another 3-drop, to be honest with you, just to help smooth the curve out. Let's check and see what 3-drops there are. Plague Crafter's not a bad option. Could get rid of a Seeker Squire that didn't hit, or a Branchwalker that didn't hit, but is running a 1-of. Really worth it. District Guide is an option. On average, it'll have a better body than a Seeker Squire, but it doesn't proc the Walker. Llanowar Envoy, not a huge fan of. Steel Leaf Champion is really good, but is it worth running a 1-off? No. 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 So Plague Crafter I do like, but do I like it better than another Wildgrowth Activator? I don't think so. I just realized we have no Eldest Reborns anywhere. That needs to change. Apparently I do have 2 on the sideboard already. Okay, cool. We'll give this a shot. I mean, there are so many small decisions when you're building your deck. It makes it very, very difficult to decide what you want to put in, what you want to leave out. This is what I call a do-nothing hand, but we've got a turn 3 play into a strong turn 4 into a strong turn 5. We're going to keep it and see how it goes, but this hand could very easily be mulliganed. So it just depends on the matchup that we're facing. Alright, so what is it? Possibly Grixis Control. We can't do anything on turn 1 anyway, so we play the Memorial to Folly. Hopefully we draw into a 2-drop here. A 2-drop would be the best draw we could have. Okay, this is that weird deck. No 2-drop. Play that tapped. Alright, so our mana base is covered. So I think we're going to actually play the Chupacabra on 4 to get rid of the electrostatic field. So on 3, do we play the Reaper? Or do we play the Ranger? I think whatever we play gets burned down. So we play the Reaper so that it can replace itself. I'm expecting this to eat a Shock or a Lightning Strike. Or honestly, a Lava Coil would be the worst thing. Okay. Alright, so attacking in. So we are going to block here. I want this to be replaced and to get rid of his damage on board. Okay, Field of Ruins, not the greatest. Woodland Cemetery is okay. No, Jadelight, Chupa, or Karn. He's only got 2 cards in hand, so Karn's card advantage will be phenomenal. Yeah. We just have to bury him in card advantage. He should bend the Find Finality. And he does. Okay. Because in 2 turns I can get that back and wipe his electrostatics. Okay. Alright, so we're going to take this because he can cast it and that would do 2 extra damage with his 2 things out. You can have that. You can have that. So let's Chupacabra your field. One of them at least. I'm thinking we may actually Contempt the field next turn. Give me the land. Go ahead and play you tapped. Now, the real question, do we Contempt his electrostatic field? What are our options for afterwards? Because Find Finality makes no sense right now. Do we Midnight Reaper Merfolk Branchwalker and then Contempt it next turn? Do we minus Karn and get creatures on the board? No, let's just take his source of damage out. That ups our life total. That allows us to play the Branchwalker. No, I don't think we want that right now. Swing in for 2. Let's see what our next 2 are. Ooh, Wildgrowth Walker. So he gives us a detection tower. Next turn we bring the Walker back, cast the Ranger. Okay, so there's turn 1. Alright, so I'm not really sure if there's anything good to sideboard here. Sideboard in the Walker. Take out one of our high end for it. I think we can get rid of the detection tower. We're still running 11 Explore creatures. Yeah, and the Walker. I don't think I need the third Find Finality. I think we'll just do that. Since this is a damage deck, it wants to damage your face as much as possible. So having the extra life gain from the fourth Walker will be nice. Ideally, we can play it and an Explore creature while he's tapped out. Sword Point Diplomacy can put you on Memorial, into Forest, into Field of Ruin. Seems okay. Okay, looks like a sideboard a little bit more aggro since this will be a 2/2. Our Squire can block it if it hits the Explorer. If not, we've got a Branchwalker and a Brontodon that are capable of blocking. So we'll play out the Squire first, since it's the least valuable 2-drop we have. So we want this to get burned before we want something else to get burned. I really hope that we don't hit a land here. Oh, he's going to lightning it anyway. Okay. Let's less damage come into our face, though. Damn. We need the land. I have to graveyard her. I can bring her back with Findbroker. Okay, Pyromancer. So we don't have a choice unless we draw a green source. We can't play the Brontodon this turn. Okay. So let's play the Branchwalker. If this sticks, it'll trade favorably with either creature he has. Okay, and it doesn't. That's fine. Allows us to explore. I want to keep that so bad, but I just can't. Like, I need the colored mana. Oh, I don't have the second black. That's colorless, damn it. So we just play out the Brontodon then. It's a big blocker. Don't want to play out those Branchwalkers until I can play the Walker. Now, do I plus it or do I minus it? Misclicks are wonderful. I wanted to -2 it, not -1 it. That would have given us blockers for everything he has. Do the actual correct play this time. Right. So if we can survive to next turn, we're in good shape. Does he have the bolt? Does he have the anything? now we're going to keep as much Explorer on the table as we can. We're not going to use Karn this turn. Go ahead and play this tapped. We use Karn, then he takes our Seekers Squire, and we want that Seekers Squire to be on top. We need to explore as much as possible with that Walker to take ourselves out of lethal range. Because any 2 spells, see that takes us down to 2? And if this is another spell, which I don't think it is, because I think he would have cast it last turn if he had it. Can we get that back next turn? Can we cast that and get that back to cast it? So it's going to be 3, and then 2 to cast. No, we need to hit a land drop. Although I think we're going to keep it just because if we can get that second one out. Alright, let's put him on a decision. Oh, he 100% gives me the Walker. No, a lightning strike kills me now. Okay, so resolve. Resolve. I have to give you all 3. Okay, you can't cast any of those this turn. Decline. Decline. Shit. Yes, you can. You can cast the Wizard's Lightning because that's a fucking wizard. Good game. Oh, I needed 1 more health. I needed 1 more turn. Alright, so I think the 4 Walkers is the correct play there. You just got to make sure that you're going to get value out of them. So we're just going to run this back. I'm okay with that. Sure. We got a good 2-3. Good turn 2, a good turn 3. Now, does he bolt this before it explores? Nope. Okay, there's the field. Hopefully you hit twice. Nope, you do not. It's expensive, but I think we're going to keep it. He blocks. So next turn we Memorial to Folly, Brontodon. Alright, second one of those, that's annoying. He doesn't block, that is surprising. Why would you not block there? That makes no sense. Jesus. Alright, Chupacabra was a really good pull. So now we get damage passed. He does block this time. Next turn we can Vraska one of them out. Does he run Fiery Cannonade? That hurts if he does. Just gonna shock that. We take 2. Probably gonna kill something else. We take 2 more. He's gonna start bite me, okay. Carnage Tyrant's an excellent pull, but it's not for right now. So if she lives, then we just absolutely just use her to kill this again next turn. We happily -3 her to get rid of that one. Because it's a race right now. Yeah, so he kills her. I take 1. My friend, you have got a world of pain coming. Can you burn me out with 4 mana? Most you could do is 6, 7, 8 now. I think you're dead next turn. You can have the cards. Your best bet is to do something to that to take it off the board. Carnage Tyrant's going to get through for 4. Okay. So that does help you. Maybe I should have just taken the damage. Carnage Tyrant gets through for 4. You can prevent another 3. No, you still don't have enough. Alright, good game. See what uncommon we get. Necrotic Wound. Makes my 3rd Necrotic Wound. Now here's something that I'm seriously considering. Because if I look at Necrotic Wound, right, it's 1 mana, but it requires things in your graveyard, right? So, the good news is, late game, this can exile damn near anything, because you should have a lot of creatures in your graveyard. But early game, it's not nearly as good, because you need creatures in your graveyard. So does it make more sense to use the Necrotic Wound, or does it make more sense to use... Oh, where is it? There, I have one. Oh, let's do this. Reaver Ambush. Exile target creature with power 3 or less. Because what we're looking for, this is instant speed for 1. What we would be using it for is to sideboard against Izzet Drakes. So it hits the Izzet Drakes, it hits pretty much all of the walkers, or excuse me, all the Explorer creatures. It can hit Wildgrowth Walker, even if it explores once or twice, so it can take care of that. So I'm not sure which of those two is correct. Necrotic is more versatile, but can be dead if you have nothing in graveyard. The Ambush is less versatile, but requires no graveyard cards. So I don't know, that's a tough decision. Might ask Reddit about that one, see what they think. Alright. Still not sure whether I like Karn or whether I like Vraska in that 4-drop slot. Let's see, we've got Walker, but no Explorer creatures, but we do have a Midnight Reaper, and a Brontodon, and a Findbroker. We've got our mana's fixed. We're going to keep this. So we are up against the Golgari Mirror. So the play is now Walker into Reaper. Or into Ranger, rather. Because now he needs a cast down, or either a cast down or a Assassin's Trophy. And if you want to accelerate Golgari in the mirror, then good on you. Okay. So we do our Assassin's Trophy. He has not drawn his, so more than likely this goes Chupacabra next turn. But we get to swing in for 3 this turn and gain 6 life. Wow, I cannot believe that hit both lands. We've got a Brontodon for his Eldest Reborn if he plays it. We've got a Findbroker to bring back the Wildgrowth Walker if need be. But I think next turn, unless something crazy happens, is just Memorial to Folly and then Midnight Reaper. Let's clean this hand up a little bit. He did not have it. So now, do we play Karn, or do we play the Brontodon or the Reaper? I think I'd like developing the board better than playing Karn. Although this does make us vulnerable to a ritual. But if it does, it replaces 3 cards. So yeah, I like this better. Okay, so what can he cast for 5? He can cast... Well, he can cast a Chupacabra for 4. Ritual, okay. So playing the Reaper was the right choice. I cannot believe that. Why is Golgari main decking Ritual? So that is so strange. Alright. So... I think we play Forest Brontodon Squire just so that we don't have to discard as much. I hope you don't hit a land. Of course you do. That's fine though. We've got 2 forests in play already. We can afford to check another forest. Carnage T. Okay. I guess we'll Findbroker back the Reaper. Need to hit our detection tower. Main deck Ritual of Soot in Golgari. That is surprising. So I think we play Reaper and then attack in with a Squire. Hope he blocks. Alright, so he's got a way to pull this back from the graveyard. We'll force him to do it. Or he can kill one of these now that I double blocked. Okay, that works out. I really assumed he would kill one of these. So what's he got now? Another ritual? No, we need to get this Wildgrowth or this Midnight Reaper down. Protect ourselves from that. Blood Operative, okay. So now I think it's Reaper and Karn. Second Blood Operative, okay. Wow, this is a very, very strange Golgari deck. Alright, so let's protect ourselves from mass discard. You know, I don't think we're playing Karn. I think we'll play a Chupacabra. You know, man, if you've got recycling, then good on you. I think this is a deck that was made to try to fight the mirror. I don't see any point in running Blood Operatives. Sure. And Ritual Soot main deck, unless you're specifically like, I am going to try to win the Golgari mirror match. It just doesn't make any sense to me to run that combination. So now he's going to Surveil somehow, I assume, get those two back, destroy my graveyard further. Nope, just another Carnage Tyrant. Really need to hit that detection tower. You are not a detection tower. Question is, do we just go wide around him? See what Karn will give us before we play anything else. Difficult choice for my opponent. Do we want to Findbroker the Walker out? Yeah, let's do that. Before he destroys it with his Blood Operatives. Okay, he says that's enough. You've went too wide, you've got stuff to kill my Tyrant. Alright, so I don't want to go overboard with the hate here. So I think we bring in a Scavenger and a Contempt. I think we can take out one of our weaker twos and maybe... no, Detection Tower stays in. Field of Ruin, I'm not sure that's going to see a lot of value. But since we took out a Explorer creature, I don't want to go too light on land, so I think we want to keep the land count at 21. Brontodon is a really good blocker. It's a 3/4 for 3. Take out a Chupacabra. Since that's really only gives us value if we have a Detection Tower out, because I didn't see a whole lot of things that'll give us value on. Now, the thing about Detection Tower is, since a lot of people run Field of Ruin, oh my goodness, damn, we gotta keep this. Do we have to keep this? We're gonna keep this. If we draw into an Explorer creature, then that can almost just win us the game right then and there. Sure, Swamp. So I didn't. This comes in tap next turn, then I can't play my Wildgrowth Walkers. I want to get that Wildgrowth Walker chain started. Not at all what we wanted to see. Field of Ruin's fine, so we won't miss a land drop. Blue, green, black now. What? Thought Ranger, what? He takes the Carnage Tyrant or the Vraska, one of the two. That's a pretty easy choice. I'd probably take the Carnage Tyrant since you have less ways to deal with it. Yeah. What is this craziness? So now, do I Field of Ruin his Hinterland Harbor? Because I can't imagine he runs too many. No, we'll just do this. I can't imagine he runs too many blue sources. He probably just splash those in for the Thought Erasures game too. So now does Duress make sense? Don't know that it does. Boy, we got an army of Wildgrowth Walkers here. Are you running fucking negates or? Alright, so now he probably Ritual of Sets. We cry a lot. I should have saved that. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, that was a pretty dumb play. What in the hell did he morph this deck into? I am so confused right now. So he's obviously got a lot more blue sources. Alright, Ritual of Soot makes us cry. No, he runs it. Did he draw it? He did draw it. Now we cry. Oh my god. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? I should have saved one of those back. Alright. We don't got nothing else to do, so have a turn, my friend. Oh, how I wish you were a detection tower. So, Carnage Tyrant. No, his own Vraska. Okay. So we have our first Vraska battle. Field of Ruin comes out, Vraska comes out. We're going to plus her just like you plus yours. Because I've got a Brontodon for your pirate. Now, unless you play a Carnage Tyrant, I'm in okay shape. If you play a Carnage Tyrant, I am a sad panda. Because that Chupacabra will allow us to get ahead of the Kill Vraska game. Oh, he's killing mine? Okay. This means he probably has a Carnage Tyrant to play. I have 6 lands. I am 1 land short. He's attacking me. That is surprising. What does he pull? Man, I would love to have that Carnage Tyrant back. I cannot believe he sideboarded in blue for Thought Erasures. What? And what? Chemist's Insight? What? Oh, he contempts mine. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Assign Blood Operative. It takes my Vraska. No, it takes my Carnage Tyrant, okay. Doesn't make sense, I suppose. Alright, let's do this. Next turn we can double spell. This is not good, though. This is definitely not good. If he drops a Carnage Tyrant or another big creature, I think that's just game. Whoever's Vraska sticks in these matches generally wins the match. It'd be pluses. This took me completely by surprise. Did you pack a basic forest, my friend? Or did a basic island? It doesn't matter. Well, Assassin Trophy would be nice. I would gladly give you another basic land. You did pack a basic island, you tricky son of a bitch. So did he just not draw any of his islands the first game, or what the fuck happened there? Like, I am so confused right now. I am unbelievably confused right now. Attack, please. Was he playing this stuff? There's no way he was playing this stuff. Did he literally sideboard in, like, all of these cards? I am so unbelievably confused. I mean, I sideboarded for one deck. He brought in a completely different deck. So, yeah, we're just gonna concede this one. Now I can't kill his Vraska. I needed that, so that Vraska's eventually gonna plus its way into putting me down to 1 life and killing me. All right. So, Duress goes in. What do we take out? What do we take out? I don't think the Brontodons are getting a lot of value here. We'll take out a Karn. And I think we can take out the Field of Ruin. I mean, if he's going to run main deck islands as well. Because I'm just so confused. Is that, like, did he sideboard that in? I would love to be able to talk, be like, dude, did you sideboard those? Like, did you just completely sideboard into a blue, black, green? Or did you just not draw any of your blue cards first? Oh, I don't want to keep this. I do not want to keep this. Because if he Duresses and then Thought Erasures, then he wins the game. I really would rather see that in like 3-4 turns. Oh my goodness. Well, we're going to have to pay for it eventually anyway. No, let's not pay for it until we have to. Alright, so what do you got? Did you pull the... No, you did not pull it this turn. Okay, cool. So yeah, now we have to pay for this. That's fine though, because we're getting that life right back. This will be a 3 to attack with. Shit. We need the mana. I hate to do that, but we need the mana. We need the mana. Do I Finality back the Findbroker before? Nope, doesn't matter. Really would like to draw into a land here. That is not a land, you son of a bitch. Alright, so really all we can attack with is the Walker. Which he just takes, because he will heal right back up. I'm going to get mana screwed now, aren't I? Oh, we've got 20 lands left. Okay, there's a land. Good. Get thee out of my game, knave. Unless you have a counterspell, which if you do, then my mind is so unbelievably blown. Okay, Mr. is into step. Still blows my mind. Like, I really wonder if he literally just did not hit any blue cards his first game. Or if he sideboarded this. Like, this is tripping me out so bad. Eldest Reborn. We sack you. Now you want to hit lands. You son of a bitch. Now you want to hit lands. Do we want to find that back now so there's nothing in the graveyard for him to cast? I believe so. Karn is the least important card in my hand right now. So he's got to put down either a big blocker or do something for 2 here. He can bring back my Karn, which I'm okay with that. So the question is, do I kill the Eldest Reborn? I guess it depends on what he drops. Okay, so he contempts my Walker. That's fine. I've still got 2 damage to you. And we just attack you. Okay. Very interesting deck. I would love to know what exactly was going on there. I just don't want you to get anything back out of my graveyard, thank you. So even if he pulls out a Carnage Tyrant, we can Detection Tower it, and then Assassin's Trophy it. If he pulls out another Eldest Reborn, we simply kill Vraska. Yeah, I think killing Vraska would be the correct play. You've got to take care of the Ranger. The Ranger represents lethal on board. Okay. So, we play the Carnage Tyrant. counter, my friend. Can't believe that's, like, against this deck especially. That's setting our hand from turn 1 until we could cast it on turn 8. That's amazing. Sure. Oh no, that sucks. Oh, that sucks, that sucks, that sucks. I probably could have used a forest there. Because now if he Eldest Reborns again... Yee! Eldest Reborn is the worst card in the world right now. Do not Eldest Reborn, do not Eldest Reborn, do not Eldest Reborn. Okay, he did not have it. Excellent. Whew. That was a much tougher game than I anticipated it would be. Untamed Kavu. Hmm. So sorry about that, I got a phone call. The reason I didn't keep that first hand was it was a do-nothing hand, and I didn't know what we were facing, and I don't want to not play anything for like 4 turns. The reason I kept this hand is because we had 2 Explorer creatures, and we got to scry, so we had an extra chance at hitting a land. If we did hit a land, which we did, then the hand plays out fairly decently. So we're going to, unfortunately, we have to pay to enter this in, and we're up against Boros, so every life point counts. We're going to play the Seekers Squire first, because it gets around. If it hits, okay, it didn't hit, so it doesn't matter. But I was going to say, it plays around Justice Strike, as well as playing around a shock. So he would have to either use a lightning bolt or a wizard's lightning to kill it. Oh, okay, so this is Jeskai. Alright. Carnage Tyrant was an excellent pull for us. Another land drop is a good thing, for sure. So it sucks that neither of these hit. I mean, we needed the land, but we also need to put pressure on his life total, because he is going to be coming at us hot and heavy. Well, not hot and heavy, but we're going to start getting countered, and things are going to turn pretty bad pretty quickly. So that Carnage Tyrant was a clutch pull. Detection Tower is not going to do a whole lot in this game. Let's see if this resolves. I doubt that it does, but that's okay because we got a Findbroker next turn. So now if he Wraths of God, I don't see... Oh, that did hit the board. Wow. So now we have to kind of play around Settle a little bit. So if he drops another land next turn, we have to play around Settle. He's going to Revitalize, so it's that version of Teferi control. Alright, so Settle really sucks this turn, because we don't get to draw cards off of it, off of the Midnight Reaper. He's just going to Deafening Clarion, let us draw 3. I'll take 3 and draw 3, that is fine in that situation. Vivien's a good pull. Memorial Folly's okay. Swamp, okay. So now, while it can't be countered, let's go ahead and pull out the Vivien. We'll get her pluses going. Walker doesn't make any sense. We'll take the land actually. Now next turn we have Carnage Tyrant, or do we Reaper? I think we Reaper first and then Carnage Tyrant. Now he's thinking, how do I get rid of that Vivien? Actually, let's see what we get. Alright, so now we can double spell. So he knows about this. So this gets countered. Or it doesn't get countered. Do we kill his search then and not play anything else this turn? That feels really bad. But then if you're Wraths of God, we don't have a chance to get the search out of the way. So we're just going to go ahead and kill the search. It's a slower line of play. Playing slower against a control deck is not ideal. You know what, let's just go ahead and bring it back. We'll bring back the Reaper and the Brontodon. And we'll get rid of the Detection Tower. There's no point in having that Detection Tower, so now that gets negated, okay. And so there's Teferi. So he already used 1 negate. He knew he was playing Teferi, so I assume he has a second negate. So I think the optimal play here is just to get rid of the Teferi. Yeah, get rid of the Teferi. Play the Detection Tower. Bring out a Midnight Reaper. Thou shalt not suffer a Teferi to live. Okay, so let's cast the Memorial. Let's attack first to see if he settles. No, he doesn't. Okay. So, let's play the uncounterable threat. He can miss our insights in response. Okay. So now we really have got to be careful about settle. If he settles, though, that lets us get out Vraska for free, which would be a good thing. I don't think he's going to want to settle because then he can't stop Vivien. Unless he lays down another land, because then he could negate her. Carnage Tyrant isn't... I need another one of those so badly. I want to run 3. Alright, so seals away the Reaper. Alright, so that tells me he's got a counter open. So do I want to lay down the Vivien or the Vraska? Which one is going to get me more value long term? We'll lay down the Vivien, let it get countered. I just don't see him taking this line unless he has a way to stop whatever I cast now. So the Vivien is fine, because if this gets countered, then I've got Vraska out. Okay, cool. Now we can't seal away. So he'll have to have... So this gives me a free attack with the Carnage Tyrant. And this damage is significant. So now, if he Wrath of Gods, he doesn't need Crackling Drakes. Okay. He kept 2 mana open. So is it more likely that he has a negate, or is it more likely that he has an Essence Scatter? Because I can't do both. We're put to a tough decision here. All right. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I needed 1 more mana that I do not have. We're going with Vraska. If he's got the negate, he's got the negate. He doesn't have the negate. Minus kill you. So now this gets sealed away, I'm pretty sure. Or settle the wreckage, yeah. Okay, fine. You got 2 mana left. Let's see. What do I have in play? Don't think it matters at this point. Grab a forest. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3. Okay, hold on. 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, cool. No, we do not want to end. We're going to play the Findbroker. We want to get back Vivien. We're going to play Vivien. Get back our seal away. Plus our Vraska. Deafening Clarion doesn't save you right now. Yep, okay. Yeah, I didn't think he had many outs there. Alright, so Against control. The Bloodfast comes in, the Duresses come in. You can make a case for the Eldest Reborn, but I want to have threats to play. Detection Tower can go out, he's not playing anything. Alright, so since we took the Detection Tower out, that brings us down to 23 lands. We can't afford to cut too many Explorer creatures. So the Reapers got us pretty good value there, but I think we're going to take them out. Brontodon stay in. Chupacabra we can go down to 2. That still gives us 6 ways to kill things. Man, if I take out that Karn, does that screw with my curve too much? I don't think it does. Okay. So we'll take out Karn as well. Alright, so that still gives us 23 lands. 11 Explorer creatures. I think this is what we'll go with. That game could have been very different had he had a negate when I cast Vraska. Could have been very, very different. So it's one of those 50-50 choices where, well, what does he have? Or does he have both? Because he could have had both and been able to counter anything I did. So in that case, when you're not sure if it's going to go through, I think the correct play then is to just play the bigger threat. And Vraska was definitely a bigger threat than a Ravenous Chupacabra. Alright. Turn 2 play, turn 3 play, Carnage Tyrant, land is good, Assassin's Trophy, this is a keep. Memorial goes down first. Oh, actually we need another green mana. Alright, so we've got 2 turns and an Explorer to draw a green. Come on, show me that forest. Better lucky than good, folks. Better lucky than good. Alright, so that gives us a 3 into a 4. He's got a Detection Tower. Sideboarded in. This probably gets countered. Can't imagine a world in which this hits the table. That's what I thought. That's fine. So now the question becomes, do we Jadelight again, or do we Karn? What's our turn 5? Well, our turn 5 is whatever we don't do this turn. I think I'd rather have the extra threat on the board. Since he doesn't have Settle the Wreckage mana yet, that may be incorrect. He could have Settle Wreckage in hand, but if he does, good on him. Do we have mana to cast Tyrant on 6? No, but we do have a Karn to do. You know what? We're going to keep that. I'd rather have my Walker or my Ranger be a bigger threat as well. Alright, still no Settle the mana. Still Settle the Wreckage mana. Alright, he didn't have the counter last turn. Does he have it this turn? I'm fine with this because I can Findbroker it back if need be. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so now we're going to have to play around Settle. He could Deafening Clarion here. No, he's just going to seal away this. Okay. That's good though, because that means that his Carnage Tyrant... Alright, so he's tapped out now, so do I want to play... I think I'd rather play the Findbroker and get back Karn. Yeah, let's do the thing that can be countered while he doesn't have the mana to counter it. This could be incorrect. I could have wanted the I could have just wanted to get the Carnage Tyrant on the board, but since he does have the Detection Tower. Alright, so now Alright, so he's all tapped out. We're gonna swing in for 5. And again, I think we play the threats that can be countered while they can't be countered. Okay, so he gives me a land here, like almost 100%, which works for me because now I get to cast the Jadelight. And I can always pull the Duress back. Do I want to seal it? No. Is there value in playing this? Yes. I've already got one in hand. No, I don't think I need that. Sure. Because now I can play around Seal Away. Or not around Seal Away, but around Settle the Wreckage. Okay, there's Cleansing Nova. Alright. So that's a pretty easy... what do I have here? I think we do that next turn. I think we just plus this turn. Now, next turn, we minus Karn, pick out the Duress, Duress him, and then attack. Okay, yep, that's it. Good game. Even with the detection tower on the board, he had no way to deal with the Carnage Tyrant. And we had a way to try to get the Settle the Wreckage out of his hand. So I'm still not sure about the inclusion of Karn. I like him, but there are so many times when he just sits in my hand that I don't think that I can effectively play him. He seems kind of a little bit like a win more card, like if you have control of the board, then Karn is great. One of each mana, turn 2, turn 3 plays, we keep. Hopefully we draw into a mana. Okay. That's not a mana, but that's fine. Now the question is, do we be greedy and play the Walker first, or do we try to find a mana with the Seekers? I think we play the Walker first. Let's be Greed Lords. Interesting. He plays Rejuvenator. So I don't think we go Super Greed mode and play the second Walker before. Does that change anything? Because next turn, if we draw another land... Yeah, because this gives us 2 chances to hit a land next turn, both with the draw and with the first Explore. And if these two stick around and both get the pluses on them, then that's really good for us. That was really greedy, though. Alright, so what do we got? Red, blue, or red, green, white? Man, I've come across some strange color combinations today. Alright, Gift of Paradise. Is this Rainbow Lich? No, this is not Rainbow Lich. I don't know what this is. Ixalan's Binding. Oh, that's awful. That's okay. We've got 2 Brontodons to take care of that. Alright, so let's cast the Seekers Squire. Hopefully we hit a land drop here. Graveyard. he could double block into one of these. He does, okay. Why would I want to kill the 1/1 first? Game, you make no sense. So again, we've got 2 chances to hit a land next turn. If he bindings our Walker... If he bindings our Walker, then I think we Brontodon. Yeah, he does bind the Walker. So I think we don't have a choice now. I think we have to Brontodon. And that land is perfect. Give me my Walker back. Now we can double explore next turn, gain a bunch of life, pump our Wildgrowth Walker up to 3 damage. He's gonna binding again, you son of a bitch. So I guess we're just gonna run this same turn back. Yeah. You know what? No. We're going to go ahead and get another threat on the board. We need to start pressuring his life total. Because I don't know what he's doing. He's getting ahead of us on lands. That was a mistake. I probably should have explored first, but I wasn't sure. Yeah, I changed my mind what I was going to do mid-game, or mid-play, so... Not a whole lot you can do about that. Shalai sucks. I need to hit an untapped black source very badly here. That is not an untapped black source. Alright, so Shalai gets to live a turn. We'll pass the turn here. So next turn, do we Carnage Tyrant or do we Chupacabra? Decisions, decisions, decisions. I think we Chupacabra. Just take that off the board, because Carnage Tyrant will be there whenever we want her to be there, because he's not going to attack. I am corrected. Alright, so I can't sack the Memorial yet. Or I can't sack the Brontodon yet. Because I need the 2 black. Alright, so she pluses up. That made this a lot easier. My decision, because now it's 100% Chupacabra. Do I kill the binding? Let's see what we draw first. We send everything. We can kill this and... Okay, that's what I figured would happen. No. I don't want a Branchwalker because I'd rather binding first. No, that's fine. We still got a Seekers Squire to pump it when it comes out. Let's get the threat on the board. Library, I like you. So that again changes plans. Do we Vraska or do we Carnage Tyrant? Seal Away takes the Brontodon. So I think the clear choice now is Vraska. Kill the Seal Away. Brontodon into the binding with Vraska's token. Okay, he's got the City's Blessing now, so he can now draw cards at will. Okay. So, Vraska. -3, kill this. Brontodon, kill you. We're going to leave 1 blocker back for Vraska. See if we can force him into some bad trades. Like, his best trade is the 2-1 for the 3-2. I'm fine with that. Okay. So now next turn, depending on what we put out, of course, we can plus Vraska, play out a Seeker or a Carnage Tyrant. He's got a lot of mana and some very scary things. Okay. So that's not good for us. Hexproof, Flying Vigilance, Trample. I think we play out Carnage Tyrant here. We're going to plus Vraska just to get an extra creature on the board. We are not going to attack into a Palladium Moors. We will trade our Carnage Tyrant for his Palladium Moors if he so chooses. Because he's got to kill Vraska this turn. Now, another Chupacabra would have been a perfect draw. Alright, so instead, let's pump up our Walker. You can definitely stay on top of the library. He is running white, so we could... I'm going to hold these back just in case. I don't want to swing for the fences. Because if he is playing Settle or he is playing Cleansing Nova, we're in trouble. If I attack with everything. We've got enough life. He's got us on a 5-turn clock right now. Well, 4-turn if you count the Llanowar. Palladium Moors. Okay. Not what I was expecting. Let's go ahead and put another threat on the board. I think since we've got Memorial and we've got Findbroker, we're okay. Yeah, you're still going to stay on top. I still want to draw you. Alright, so he's got something tricksy up his sleeve, I imagine. Findbroker, we're going to bring back Vraska since Memorial to Folly can hit the Carnage Tyrant. Attacking here, that'll force him to trade his Llanowar if he wants to prevent the damage. He does not. So now, does he Cleansing Nova? Is he running Cleansing Nova? Are we looking at another big-ass Convoke? We're looking at Deafening Clarion, that would also suck. Ooh. Damn, did we just, like... Did we play around a card he didn't have, and is that going to cost us the game? Can we just go super wide around him here? Is that the correct play? I don't see why it isn't, to be honest with you. Yeah. I'm just sitting here thinking, like, why am I not just attacking for lethal? Alright, so game 2. Add in an extra Contempt. Let's take out a Karn for it. I think we want the Eldest Reborn, since he doesn't seem to be playing a lot of creatures. Keep in the Detection Tower. So 2 cards. Do the Midnight Reapers get a whole lot of value here? I think we take out the second Karn. I don't think it's very good in this matchup. And maybe take out our weakest 2-drop. Okay, that seems okay. Because we don't have any big flying threats to stop his big flying threats. So Planeswalkers are, especially Planeswalkers that just gives card draw, aren't the greatest thing in this matchup. Because I'm going to get him out, I'm going to +1. He's going to kill it, so I can't get my exiled card back. So I don't see Karn having a whole lot of value there. Sure. Mana's fixed. Turn 2 play, turn 3 play, recursion. Assassin's Trophy is very nice. Well, we've got the mana. Just need to draw into the cards now. We've got the mana. Just need to draw into the cards now. We've got the mana. Just need to draw into the cards now. It's one of the reasons why Explore is so good. Imagine being stuck on this right now with just straight up drawing these lands. Alright, so Reaper does provide us some protection against board wipes, so if he does say Deafening Clarion now, then we get to draw 2, lose 2 life, because the Wildgrowth Walker will survive. I will survive. Yes, you will, Wildgrowth Walker, yes, you will. Alright, so there we go. That's why we played the Reaper, to protect us against that. Contempt is good. Vraska's good. Forest is good. Reaper is good. Okay. I would love to have a second creature to play out with this, so maybe I find... Let's do that. Bring back the Walker and the Branchwalker. Play out the Branchwalker. We've got plenty of mana. Let's see, we've got 1 swamp in play, 2 forests, 2... yeah, we'll just discard the swamp. Rejuvenator. That's fine. Alright, so... Branchwalker, pump our dude up. Keep you, I think you can provide some value. Reaper to protect against board wipes. Doesn't protect against board wipes. And he's chump blocking. But it does, at least it's not like if he plays, like, say, a Cleansing Nova right now, where it would be a 3 for 1. This makes it less valuable of a play. The Immortal Sun. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. The Assassin's Trophy. What do we have in our graveyard? Is there anything I'd want to recur with Jadelight, or that I can recur? Nothing. Or not with Jadelight. So we will take... we'll take the Jadelight. So now you've either got to board wipe and give me a bunch of cards, that is not at all what I wanted to see. But again, the Midnight Reaver protected us from board wipes. That has gotten us a lot of value this game. Okay, so let's play the Memorial since we're just going to slam down a Vraska this turn. Create a Menace token. So he can board wipe us again if he plays, not Palladium Moors, but the other big dragon. But then we Chupacabra it and keep on rolling. Yep, this is the one I was talking about, Zakama. So this board wipes us. He gets rid of our Vraska, gets rid of our token. Plays a Shalai. So next turn we have Chupacabra into Contempt. Okay, so that's creature. You can't kill Planeswalkers. Okay, excellent. So we're still in good shape. We've got pretty big card advantage. Let's make sure we've got enough mana. Yep, so we cannot play a tapped land. Alright, so first thing we do is we Chupacabra Shalai. Honestly, that was a mistake. I should have played the Detection Tower. I wouldn't, yeah, because then I could have killed that with that. Now we Contempt. Or do we Contempt? No, I think we minus to kill this. This way we can have Detection Tower plus Contempt if he pulls out something next turn. I think we're going to Findbroker back a Chupacabra. Or do we Findbroker back the Vivien? No, we Findbroker back the Chupacabra. In case he's playing a second Immortal Sun, we want the Chupacabra to be able to kill any creature he lays down. So really... Okay, cool. Detection Tower, do work, son. There's literally no point in playing out another creature right now. So we're just going to go ahead and pass the turn here. So another Star of Extinction would suck, which is why we're not playing the Detection Tower, or yeah, that's why we're not playing another creature, but we just win there. Now, Memorial to Folly could have really, or another Star of Extinction could have sucked because it could have got rid of our Detection Tower. Hey, another Lightning Strike. Definitely see the argument for running maybe a second Detection Tower in sideboard. Just citing out a Memorial to Folly for it. Because against those matchups that have those hexproof creatures, it is unbelievably good. Like, I don't think it straight won me that game, but it sure as hell helped. I would have been struggling to keep up with the Carnage Tyrant. I think it would have killed my Vraska. I wouldn't have had enough on board to stop it from hitting her. Maybe I could have just played out a bunch. Alright. A lot of mana, including a black source. Turn 2 play, turn 3 play, 3 explore. This is a key. There's a chance that this hand just runs over our opponent. Is he playing white-green tokens? Okay. So, no reason not to play the tapped land on turn 1. Because we can't do anything on turn 1 anyway. Okay, there's an Amara. She'll need to be dealt with. This can prevent her from attacking, at least. And keep you on top. I like the value you bring. Ooh. That still keeps her from attacking. I think we just play the Ranger out here. Because as long as this hits at least once, we still have favorable trades. Okay, it does hit once. Keeping you on the library, a sweeper against a deck like this is going to be phenomenal. Nothing we play right now survives it, so that's a bad thing. Though the Brontodon does. Alright, History of Benalia. Things are getting just a little bit iffy right now. We'll play the Reaper, so that if we have to take blocks, they replace themselves. We're not going to attack right now. We can play the Brontodon next turn. This does have the potential to get out of hand pretty quickly. Like a Tristani Discord right now really makes this hurt. Venerated Loxodon hurts too. We are going to take a ton of damage next turn. So in preparation for that, let's play out our Wildgrowth Walker. Let's get back some life. Okay, so the important things to kill here are the Benalis Marshal. These I'm just going to take damage from. I don't think I can stop those. At least not in a way that I like. Okay. So the Benalis Marshal must die. So those two get blocked. You get blocked because you're a free block. You get blocked because I don't want to take your damage. Actually, that doesn't make any sense. Let's take the least damage possible here. You get blocked, you get blocked. Alright, that draws us 4 cards. We take 4 damage, and we've got Find Finality to clean up next turn. That's fine. It's just +1/+1 till end of turn, right? Yeah. And we draw a shit ton of cards. We take a shit ton of damage. So this should kill everything. Because without the +1/+1 from that, yeah, this should kill everything. Okay. I don't see the point in having just the... we'll get rid of the tap land. Tristani Discord is not ideal. We can Contempt that, but does that put us too far behind? Because we only have 3 mana left. I think we can tempt it. Yeah, we can tempt it. Gives us a little bit more life total. These go down to 1/1s. Play the Squire. Or no, do we play the Brontodon? I think we play the Brontodon. So we can get back a Wildgrowth Walker with a Findbroker. Play that. And then we can play the Squire. And we'll keep you on top because I would like to gain some more life, please. I don't see any reason to hold back. He could double block and kill it, I guess, if he had another +1/+1 card, but that was a risk I was willing to take there. So I've got a Brontodon and a trophy, in case he tries to History Benalia. We've got a Chupacabra to take care of a annoying singular creature. Okay, he's going to Tribunal our Walker. Am I okay with that? I kind of want to save the Assassin's Trophy. I think we're in good shape now. We've got 3 removal in hand. We've got control of the board. Now I am fine with you taking my Walker. I don't have a problem with that now. So we've got lethal on board next turn, depending on what he pulls down. Yep, okay. So Find Finality was an all-star that game, for sure. So we're going to bring in a 3rd copy of that. We're going to bring in a Golden Demise. So 2 cards to take out. I don't see the Detection Tower doing a whole lot, so we'll take that out. Although that could be a mistake if, we're going to keep that in, because that could be a mistake if he sides in. Alright, does Karn help us in this matchup? I don't believe he does. So we'll just side out the 2 Karns, call that a deck. Okay, so I've got the Brontodons, and Assassin's Trophies, and Vraskas, and Vivien's for enchantment hate. Yeah, we'll run it back like this. White-green, what Planeswalkers would he play? A Johnny? Probably a Johnny. Alright, dual sources, explore. Yeah, I think this is okay to keep. It's a little slow. Midnight Reaper can help us draw into the answers we need. Okay, that's good. He's down to 5 cards. You kind of hate winning games like that, but at the same time, it's a win. Shut up and take it. Nothing is guaranteed in this game. Nothing. I have won games where I mulligan down to 4. Now, that's not to say that that's going to happen often, but it does happen. Alright, so we hit another land. Yeah, you're staying on top of the library. I want to have access to you. Okay. I think I'm just okay with Memorial Reaper here. Because next turn I can Vivien, kill that, get a 3/3 token. We're set up pretty decently right now. Like we're not in, like, this isn't an auto win, but it's going to be hard for him to come back from this. My Ravenous Chupacabra brings all the boys to the yard. And they're like, get the fuck out of here, Venerated Loxodon. You're damn right, get the fuck out of here, Venerated Loxodon. Okay, you are super annoying. I don't think I have to worry about you just yet, though. I think this turn we Vivien. We kill your enchantment. Let's attack him with both. Okay. Gives us an extra draw. Not really what we wanted to see, because we're going to have to Assassin's Trophy that, unfortunately. Let's see what Vivien. What have you got for us, Vivien? You've got a Wildgrowth Walker for us. Do I need that or do I need the land? We've got 3 Explorer creatures in hand. We take the Wildgrowth Walker. I think we just trophy you. Feels really kind of bad. I'm really going to hate it if I use this Golden Demise. No, we don't. We Walker. We Branchwalker. We keep you on top for sure. And we attack in. He decides to just eat it. And he decides that's enough. Yeah, it's so hard to come back from mulliganing down to 5 cards. Interesting card. And Popper's only got 42 hours left. Alright, we've got Branchwalker, Wildgrowth Walker, we've got an Explorer, we've got both color mana. I think we keep this. This is a iffy hand. This hand could turn very sour very quickly, but I think we keep it. I think I'd rather see a land instead of a Vraska's, but that's fine. We have plenty of turns to draw into land. We'll have our draw this turn, our draw next turn when we play the Walker, our draw the third turn. Kamina Speaker. So this is a Merfolk deck. So our superstar cards will be... Okay, so that's a 3/3 now. Our superstar cards this game will be the Golden Demise and the Fine Finalities. We are definitely boarding in. Can't take the damage for that. So do we go super greedy and try to double Walker? I guess it depends on what our next draw is. I don't think Merfolk has a whole lot of bounce effects, so let's get super greedy with it. I don't think we attack here. Okay. You get Contempted. Do you get Contempted or do you get Vraska'd? Alright, can I stop them from killing Vraska? Well, we've got a Chupacabra in the graveyard, so let's go ahead and do that. Sleep really hurts right now. Okay, that really hurts. Does that really hurt though? So we just either Contempt it. going back to defend my Planeswalkers. Sleep really hurts us right now, but he doesn't have the mana for it. We really need to draw into a Golden Demise or a Find Finality. Okay. Does the Assassin's Trophy make sense? Let's see what Karn gives us. He puts the Carnage Tyrant back. We get the Jadelight, which helps us immensely. That gives us so much life and so many Wildgrowth Walker tokens. Yeah, and you stay on top of the library, because I would like to explore with these. I think I'm okay with just destroying this. I think we play the Reaper. Still don't think we can attack. We're just having a staring match. No, when he draws the sleep, that hurts. That hurts a lot. What do we have in here? We've got an Assassin's Trophy and a Carnage Tyrant. Okay, he just says that's enough. Alright, so we get to sideboard in 2 more of our MVP cards this game, which is Golden Demise and Find. I think that's all we need. And let's take out... I don't think Karn helps us too much in this matchup, to be honest with you. We'll take him out. Like, they're a quick hit deck. Karn just doesn't do enough against the extremely quick aggressive decks to make him worth keeping in. Come on, B4, TM4, and 666. Alright, this is a keep. We've got turn 2 play, turn 3 play. We've got our one of our superstar cards. Interesting include. Guess I can see how it makes sense. Okay. He's getting off to a much faster start this game. So I'm going to need these walkers. He's getting off to a much faster start this game. So now Golden Demise does nothing against these. Hit a land. Thank you. So the name of the game right now is survive until turn 6. If we survive until turn 6, I think we're fine. Because what we could do is we could contempt this. Jesus. So yeah, we definitely contempt this if we get another land. We've got to prevent this damage. It takes a lot of damage off the board just doing that. Now, assuming it doesn't pump them again, Golden Demise takes care of almost his entire board. That's good for us. I think we're okay now. Yeah, we're definitely okay now. We can double Squire. We've still got Find Finality. We've got a Findbroker to bring back a Branchwalker. Okay. Second Findbroker's not the ideal pull there. Okay, good. We hit a land, which we wanted to. Get our life total back up. I'm not sure we need you. Seems crazy to not want to take a Carnage Tyrant. Oh, we can cast it next turn. We'll keep it. Yep, that's it. Okay, cool. So I think we're going to call it there. We completed all of our quests. Deck ran really well today. I'm not sure, did we lose a match? I know we lost games, but did we lose a match? I'm not sure. I want to like this card so much. I really want to like this card because it's so flexible. It's instant speed. I want to like this card. I just don't think I can find a space for it. Okay. We're just going to call that for the day. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Zero saying I'll catch you guys later.